Hello and welcome to a very special This Week on Windows, where today we've got big news.
That's right, we're showing you all the things you can do with the Windows 10 Fall Creators Update rolling out today.
That means we're showing off the new Photos app and things you can do with it.
Now we've also got the new mixed reality viewer that turns your Windows 10 PC, that PC you're probably watching us on right now, into an augmented reality portal.
And we're showing you what the Fall Creators Update lets you do with some of those cool new mixed reality headsets on store shelves right now.
Plus, we go behind the scenes at the Surface Design Lab to reveal some truly huge Surface news.
So let's jump right into one of the biggest updates, that of course, the brand new Photos experience. So the Windows 10 Fall Creators Update is all about empowering the creator in all of us, and there is no better example of that than the updated Photos app. Bernard, you are here from the Photos team to show us all the cool stuff that we can now do with it, right?
Thanks, Kate. Yes, I've got a ton of cool things to show you today.
Take me through.
Sure thing. And you talk about creativity in the Windows Fall Creators Update. The easiest way to create is take a photo or video. In fact, if you look at the stats, people are predicted to take 1.2 trillion photos this year.
And I'm basically like half of that, so that's awesome.
Yeah, so once you have all these photos and videos, we want to use Windows 10 and the power of the PC to really enable you to tell the story your way, whether it's for school, for work, play, business, whatever that is. So we've reimagined the Windows Photos app to make it super easy to take your content, assemble it into stories, albums, or videos, and then take the content and bring it to life with animated ink or even 3D special effects. So one of the things I want to show you is when you want to create a story, often people are faced with writer's block. You get this blank canvas, don't know where to start.
Sure.
And we've helped you with that even. So if you look at the top of the new Photos app, we actually have these predicted pieces of content where we generate albums for you. So we'll analyze the content, we'll look at things from different places or different scenes or times and suggest albums, and you can just dismiss them or keep them. So take the blank canvas away and you just drop into something. So we can see here they've suggested something, the Sedona road trip. I'll drop into the album. You'll see we've curated the best content from that weekend of the road trip you've gone. And even better, we've automatically generated a movie for you. So without doing anything, the Windows Photos app has given me a video.
Wow.
So I could share the video as is, or I have this nice big remix button where I can just say, hey, let's try another attempt at this thing, and we'll remix the style, the videos, and even the content to give you a different take on that video.
My gosh, look at that. Wow, and then text comes up and animates in and out.
Oh yeah, we have different transitions, different themes, different music and pacing, and all of that stuff just changes. Every time I push the remix button, I get a different view of the content.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. It's very satisfying to touch that big remix button.
You want to try it?
I do
Have a
kind
go?
of. Here we go. And it's happening right now.
Look at that. So
That was so easy, guys. Even I did it. Well, this is fantastic.
yeah, and one of the things you can see, I can stop right here and just push export and share and send that to the people that matter most to me. Or I want to go a bit deeper under the hood and edit this video myself. So I can just click edit a copy button here. And you can see here's the video we've made. It's a very simple timeline. We have a card-based theme, so I can drag and drop these cards around. For any piece of content, I can go in and I can adjust the duration of the clip. So I can say I want the different clip out of here, and I can apply custom filters so I can make it look old-timey, sepia, original, different themes. You can even add text effects. So I call this the Sedona road trip. You can put it on front of the screen. You can hide some of the content or not. Ooh, I kind of like that one.
I do like that too, yeah.
It's like a mask effect. And then more exciting is the new 3D special effects that we've added to videos.
Really?
To really bring your content to life. So I can show you what one of those things are like. If I take this video clip and just drop it in there,
Sure.
and that's a boring street sign.
It is.
It is kind of. And it was a long, dry desert weekend and stuff like that. So we can spruce this up and say, hey, what it would have been like if there was some rain in there? And you can see we've got all these special effects in here. So I'll just say, I want to take some rain and add it to the scene. Just like that, and make sure it's the whole scene. And look, I'll play it back, and now we have rain.
And it is a beautifully sunny, rainy day.
Yes, and we seamlessly blend the special effects with the background content. We have some effects that apply to the whole scene, and we have some effects that are more location-based or pinpointed on a specific area in the scene.
Okay.
So on that sunny, rainy day that you're talking about, I'll take a lightning bolt that comes out of the sky.
Oh my gosh.
It's a full 3D effect in here, so I can rotate it on X, Y, and Z axes and put it in space.
Yeah.
I can anchor it to that spot in the video. So
Yeah.
even though the camera is moving around, the lightning bolt will be anchored to right where it goes. And then just like that, I'll go a bit back in time, hit play, and out of the blue skies, a lightning bolt just hits the ground.
Mind blown. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. How can everyone else get their hands on it?
The good news, that's super easy. All the work we've done here to reimagine the Windows Photos app comes free to every single Windows 10 PC as part of the Windows 10 Fall Creators Update.
Excellent. Well, Bernard, thank you so much for being here. I totally appreciate it. I cannot wait to get my hands on it, but we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
You may have noticed more and more of these Windows mixed reality headsets popping up. But what can you really do with them? Well, with the Fall Creators Update, plenty. We've traveled to San Francisco to get a first-hand look at some of the newest features of Windows mixed reality. Take a look. When I'm not co-hosting This Week on Windows, my day job is actually working on the core user experience for Windows Mixed Reality. I'm here with my good friend, Greg Sullivan. Greg, what exactly is mixed reality?
That's a great question and one that we get a lot. Mixed reality is anytime you have some of the digital world and some of the real world blended together. Whether you're looking through the screen of a tablet at a dinosaur next to your kid, or using HoloLens to bring holograms into your real world. You've got the digital world and the physical world blended together. Now, folks know about AR and VR and want to kind of position them as different, but really they're parts of the same spectrum. Whether you're bringing the digital world into your world or entering an immersive world with a VR-type headset, you're blending realities, and that's what mixed reality is.
On October 17th, what happens?
Well, today is exciting because the Fall Creators Update to Windows 10 is available, and it's the first time that the Windows Mixed Reality platform is available to all Windows 10 customers. So you can go out and get one of these awesome Windows Mixed Reality headsets that are available today and immerse yourself in this new experience. We're really taking the user experience, as you well know, of Windows and expanding it into a literal third dimension. It's a really exciting time for the whole industry.
And can you tell us something a little about these headsets and how do you set them up and how do they work?
Yeah, one of the great things about our platform is that it enables amazing experiences. People know that you can have immersive experiences in virtual or mixed reality. Play Minecraft as Steve in the game instead of just looking at it on a flat screen. These amazing experiences aren't just limited to the VR games that people know. We have a bunch of great titles coming natively to our platform, but we're also bringing the whole Steam VR catalog to Windows Mixed Reality. And to me, one of the great things is it doesn't stop there. You have every app in the Windows Store available in Windows Mixed Reality. So you can check your Twitter feed, get on email, and then dive into that immersive game. It really is a great platform for all these amazing experiences. But I think what's probably the best thing about it for folks that have tried existing VR headsets is it's super easy to set up. Instead of taking 2 or 3 hours drilling holes in your walls, running cables, configuring a bunch of software, with Windows Mixed Reality, you get one of these new headsets, plug in an HDMI cable, a USB cable, pair the controllers, do a quick scan of your room, and in less than 10 minutes, you're up and running. It's easy to set up. That's combined with this affordability of these solutions. That's one of the other reasons people haven't adopted it as much as some thought. The headset, the controllers, and the PC can be had for roughly what you would have paid for just a headset about a year ago. So it's amazing experiences, easy setup, with affordable gear on a compatible platform. If you have a Dell headset and I have a Lenovo, we can play against each other. The software doesn't care. The applications all work across all of these. So we're really excited about these barriers that we've kind of broken down to get mixed reality for everyone.
Awesome. Now, do I need a super amazing, powerful machine to run these experiences?
Yeah, no, that's one of the other great things about our platform is we've been able to efficiently manage the software so that you don't need a high-powered, expensive PC to run this experience. You can have a thin and light laptop with an integrated graphics chip and immerse yourself in this new world. So that's a little bit about what mixed reality is. I know that you're part of the team that actually builds the experience. So what can you tell us about how it becomes real?
Sure. So when you turn on your laptop, you start with the desktop interface. The desktop is where the taskbar and start. When you turn on your Xbox, you start with the dashboard. When you turn on your phone, you have a start screen. And those are all great starting points for those devices. When you put on a Windows Mixed Reality device, you actually enter either a physical world with HoloLens or a virtual world with your virtual reality headsets. We call that the Mixed Reality Home. And in your virtual reality headset, the first environment of many, we call Cliff House. And it's an actual house. It's a gorgeous, stunning house on the edge of a cliff, and it's Cliff House. And when you wear the device, you can actually navigate through this space. And again, as we were talking before, you can tap into how people navigate space. And so there's a theater room, which is beautiful. And you could put a 300-inch screen. You can have Netflix down there and just have this amazing experience. And one of my favorite things to do is you can actually wear this headset with your laptop on a plane and have a personal theater and just escape from your flight.
Oh, that'll be great for my bubble.
It is amazing, especially with your loud neighbor next to you. But that's the personal theater space, if you will. But you have a productivity space, you have this beautiful outlook over this ocean, and you literally place apps. And you'll have about 20,000 apps from the Microsoft Store to choose from, including Netflix and movies and TV from Microsoft, to even Word and PowerPoint and Mail. And so you can be productive, you can enjoy content, and of course, you can launch what we call these immersive apps, and you could leave the Cliff House and go to far off worlds. And so it's really up to what you want to do. That is the power of this new form of reality. It's really exciting.
It's true that if you are a human, you exist in 3 dimensions, and so it's really natural to bring the digital world into that same 3D space. And we're excited. It enables people and companies to do things that were literally impossible before. We're seeing that with HoloLens today, and we're excited to see what these mixed reality headsets offer.
Yeah, and the other thing I would add there is we didn't want to just simulate the real world. We know the real world is 3D, but with the power of HoloLens and these virtual reality headsets, we also want to provide what we call a digital advantage. That when you're using this experience, what are the superpowers you get? One of my favorites is a feature called Snap to App. So in Windows, if you've ever used it, you can snap a window to the edge of the screen.
Right.
With Windows Mixed Reality, we actually snap you to the content. So as you're teleporting, you can point to an interesting app and we'll automatically place you in the right spot. I wish I could navigate like that in the real world. It is amazing. Well, thank you so much, Greg, for your time.
My
We are
pleasure.
super excited about the new possibilities that Windows Mixed Reality will bring along with these amazing hardware solutions from our partners. Cannot wait to see your experiences and what you do with them. Thank you so much.
Now you've just seen how Windows Mixed Reality on some of the new mixed reality headsets can literally change the way you work, play, and see the world. Well, did you know if you got the Windows 10 Fall Creators Update that you've got a mixed reality viewer right now? Check this out.
Hey gang, I am here with Miss Becky Ho, who's going to show us more about how to experience mixed reality on our PCs. Intriguing.
So I'm super excited to share with you Mixed Reality Viewer, which lets you bring 3D objects right into your real world. But first, what do you have going on for Halloween?
I don't mind saying, I actually have a Game of Thrones party planned simply because I missed the show.
Oh my gosh, I have the best way for you to create really fun invite for all your friends.
Well, howdy doody, let's check it out.
So here I have opened up Mixed Reality Viewer and I have opened Remix 3D, which is our online community of thousands of 3D models. And so I'm gonna search for a very ferocious looking dragon to be able to put into your invitation.
That is ferocious.
And so you could see, I pulled in a full 3D model.
Look at that.
Look how scary his wings look.
He does look pretty scary.
And so using mixed reality, I am able to turn on my PC's camera and project this into the real world.
What?
And so now I'm gonna take a quick picture with you and our very scary looking dragon.
And where is the dragon in this case?
It is right on the table.
So I'm gonna react like there's a dragon on the table.
Yeah! I'm gonna make him a little larger, a little scarier. Because he's a full 3D model, I can actually turn him around and resize him to make it the perfect size for Kate's invite. I can snap a picture, and what this does is I am able to create an image of Kate with her very ferocious looking dragon. And what better invite for a Game of Thrones party than with your very own dragon?
It definitely says GOT for sure.
So let me finish up the invite using my inking tool. I am able to write right onto the picture and let friends know it is at 5 p.m. because we like to do our parties a little early in the day.
You get started early, I get it. So this is great, so then you can then share it along all of the different social medias.
Of course, you can share it right onto your Facebook or Evite.
Now, this is part of the Fall Creators Update. Is this cost anything extra? Is this what? Because this mixed reality viewer is amazing.
I am so glad you asked. This all comes built right into your PC, so it's all free using the mixed reality viewer.
Fantastic. Wow, okay, well, what a way to get creative. And I really do look scared.
So in addition to really fun examples, such as putting a dragon on the table and scaring all your friends, it also works for more professional scenarios. For example, I have a friend who's a baker, and her side business is wedding cakes. And so using the mixed reality viewer, she's able to show clients what the potential wedding cake design can look like before they commit. This is Paint 3D, and I've already started the design on the cake. Her wedding flower is a pink daisy, and so I'm going to be adding some 3D daisies onto the wedding cake. And so I've opened up the 3D Doodle tool, and here, just using a quick 2D scribble, it instantly transforms my 2D drawing into a 3D shape.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna copy and paste it to add a couple more petals, so it actually looks like more of a flower.
Yeah.
And I instantly have created a 3D flower. And so here, I am going to now add this right onto my cake. And because I'm working in the 3D, I'm able to move it right onto the front of my cake. And there you have it. I've prototyped a design so my client is able to see a cake in 360 degrees. But I'm not finished. This is the cake that I just created. And to help my bride be able to envision what her wedding day could potentially look like, I can now use the mixed reality viewer to be able to help her see what the cake would look like from all angles. And so here, I'm able to turn the cake around and also make it larger and smaller.
Make it bigger, probably just way bigger. I'm just thinking out loud. That's amazing.
And you
Look
can
at
really
it.
zoom in to see all the details of the cake. And I can snap a picture and be able to show her what that would look like as a potential table setting. So this is a fantastic tool for my friend to be able to show the brides what the wedding cake could potentially look like before she wastes all the time baking the cake. And the bride has a much better idea to see what her potential wedding setting could look like.
Now let's take a quick look at some of the other Fall Creators Update features you can use right now.
The My People app that lets you pin your top people to the taskbar for one-click access to those who matter most. It also allows you to drag files directly to the pinned contacts or share directly via the share picker. Plus, emojis from your pinned contacts animate right from the taskbar.
And then there's security. To better protect against ransomware attacks, Windows Defender Antivirus now has specific safeguards against malicious apps and threats.
This next one is for those people looking to save time and paper. Now you can fill in PDF-based forms within Microsoft Edge, save them, and print them. Forget to sign that school permission slip? Signed. Need to fill out a bevy of forms with no ink in the printer? No problem.
And with the annotations capability we talked about earlier, extended to PDFs, you can now ink on those PDFs, highlight text and erase your notes, save time, money, and potentially a whole lot of trees.
Plus, now when PDFs show up sideways, you can now rotate them and even adjust file layout for easier reading. Now to another new feature, the currency converter. The converter now comes standard with the native calculator and can be accessed offline. Ideal for traveling between countries and Wi-Fi connections.
Here's a new feature, sure to help solve a pain point for some. Now, if you're using an Azure Active Directory or Managed Service account, the same account you use to sign into things like Windows Store and Skype, and you get stuck at login, you can now recover your PIN and reset your password straight from the lock screen. Now here's something cool for those looking to make Windows more accessible. iControl now lets you operate an on-screen mouse, keyboard, and text-to-speech experience using just your eyes. All you need is a compatible eye tracker like the Tobii Eye Tracker 4C, and you're there.
Then looking to get the most out of your battery? With the new Performance Power Slider, you can customize the battery life longevity and system performance and responsiveness with one click. Use this for conserving battery on long flights or increasing performance for gaming or photo editing at home.
Finally, big news for Android users with the introduction of the Microsoft Launcher app. Now you can bring the best of Microsoft to your Android phone with one-click access to your favorite apps, including Office, along with your feed of recent events and notifications.
And now for more on what gamers can expect for the Windows 10 Fall Creators Update, I am joined by our own Larry Herb, Xbox Live's Major Nelson.
Thank you very much, Kate. The Fall Creators Update brought with it a host of new features that Windows 10 gamers will love. You can now easily toggle game mode for the game you're in directly from the game bar. Now, for all you streaming fans out there, the Fall Creators Update brought with it updates to Mixer. Now, Mixer broadcasting will load and start faster than before. Also, when broadcasting to Mixer, you can now determine audio stream sources. Plus, Windows Task Manager now displays information about the graphics hardware and performance of your system. And finally, we've added a new Xbox networking section in the settings under gaming to help PC gamers identify and ensure network connection quality while using voice chat and playing multiplayer games.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Larry.
Thank you very much, Kate. Have fun.
Did you know you can now write in ebooks? It's true. The Windows 10 Fall Creators Update brought with it a bunch of new features to help you be more productive, starting with the new annotation feature with EPUB books that let you highlight in 4 colors, underline, and add comments.
This new update also brings back an old favorite. Pin sites are back. Pin a website to the taskbar from Microsoft Edge to have the icon show up in the taskbar for instant access.
Cloud storage is also easier than ever with the Fall Creators Update. Now you can save your files in OneDrive files on demand and access them just like any other file on your PC without filling up your disk space.
Then it's an update designed to write home about. Sorry, I had to. The Fall Creators Update makes using a stylus on touchscreen devices even easier, with updates to scrolling, selecting items, and overall fluidity. Plus, a new feature called Find My Pen allows Windows to tell you where you were last when you inked on your computer, helping track down those lost pens.
So we all know the Surface family of devices are powerful, beautifully designed, and optimized for Windows 10. Well, get ready, because this family is welcoming a new addition.
Introducing the Surface Book 2, and it's the most powerful Surface ever.
Now, to showcase the newest member of the Surface family, we went behind the scenes at the Surface Design Labs with some of the people who know them best. Let's take a look.
Hey everybody, we are here on the Microsoft campus to announce something huge, and to do that I'm going to need Pete Kiriakou over from the Surface team. Why is today such a big deal in the Surface family?
Kate, thanks for having us. We're here today to announce the all-new Surface Book 2. It's a redesigned 13.5-inch device and brand new to the category, a Surface Book 15-inch device.
Okay, give me the headlines. Tell me some of the differentiators for this new machine.
Well, the team has been hard at work for a long time to bring these 2 new devices to market. So when we talk about Surface Book, we always talk about versatility and performance, and it brings the best of both. And that's what it really means to the Surface lineup. With Surface Book 2, we've pushed the limits on performance. We've pushed the limits on battery life. And with the versatility of the device being able to be a tablet or a laptop, this is going to be a great device for anyone who's doing any kind of AI or other coding, or if you're a gamer, or anyone who spends their time in Office all day long and wants to be productive. Surface Book 2 is going to be the perfect device for them. We're really pushing the limits on every axis. It's the most performant Surface to date. It has the longest battery life of any Surface device, but yet it still has all the innovation, whether it's a great typing experience, a great trackpad experience. And when you detach the tablet, you have a device that is one of the thinnest quad-core processors ever made, with great touch interaction and a fantastic pen interaction. So when you have the 15-inch Surface Book 2 in your hand, you're gonna see you have 10 points of touch for using the device. And when you start to take your pen, there's a custom G5 chipset in the device that gives you, with the pen, 4096 points of pressure and surface tilt when you're drawing with ink. So it's all this great innovation that we brought to the new Surface Pro back in May, and now we're able to deliver it on Surface Book 2.
Okay, 15 inches. What was the point? I mean, not the point, but like, why is it such a big deal, literally speaking?
Yeah, 15 inch is a great, big, beautiful display. And our displays and our hardware is basically a stage for the software. A display this big lets you get immersed in what you're doing. If you're using it as a tablet, you're able to see all your content in front of you. If you go ahead and use it as a laptop, you have a great display that's a 3:2 aspect ratio, so it has great vertical and great horizontal aspect ratio. But then when you have it set up in studio mode and you want to put the device on the base and go down and start creating on your device and drawing on it, you have great graphics performance and a great canvas to work with when you're drawing with ink and you have dial on the screen.
When people ask you about this device, what's the thing you're gonna tell them? What's the big headline for you?
This is a device that has it all. This is a device that has performance. This is a device that has great battery life. And this is the device that has all the versatility you can find in any of our Surface devices.
We can't talk about the design and versatility and the power of this device without also talking about those details that went into it. And to do that, we actually caught up with Surface Design Director Dan O'Neill to tell us more about what went into creating Surface Book 2.
We've poured over every detail, both inside and out. We have refined every part of this experience, and really no detail's been unlooked at. So the Surface Book 2, some of the details we've looked at are things like improving the hinge and the detach mechanism.
So we're talking right here-ish, that kind of situation?
That's right.
Cool.
So the hinge has been completely re-engineered. So we went from having multiple parts in a hinge that was difficult to manufacture and difficult to design around, to a hinge now that is essentially a module, and it's been consolidated into one really well-controlled, precision engineered part assembly. And what that's done is it's helped us basically reduce bounce in the system. So we're basically holding up an extremely powerful tablet. And what we've done in this is some of the bounce has gone away, essentially resonance. So if you use it on your lap, and if you're using the touchscreen, for example, that display is staying in its intended position. So we've essentially re-engineered both the hinge and the detach mechanism to basically deliver an exciting 15-inch. We've introduced a new material, a ceramic, which is a part of the hinge arm. And so we've done that because it's a nice, it's a thermal insulator. It's kind of geeky, but thermal insulator that basically allows that arm to not expand or contract. So we're getting a really precisely engineered muscle wire detach. And that's gonna give you super good reliability, a faster detach. So we want to make sure every little microsecond that when you press and hold the button to release, it's happening fast. So you can go and get things done, go to a meeting, take notes, and then come back. So really the only way to ensure we can do that is we had to just re-engineer that system.
Wow, that is a lot of effort going into this fabulous new product. Well, I guess, Mike, the next question is more about the tools that you use and the space that you use to create it, because I know on campus everybody gets excited about the Surface Design Lab. Tell me a little bit about the place where this was born and the rest of the Surface family, and what would I see if I walked in there?
One of the philosophies in the group is fail fast and be relentless, right? So we are, and you'll see it in the prototype lab, we are constantly iterating, and it's about making products physical and doing it fast, all the way down to how does this product feel? How does the weight of the product feel when I'm holding it? What's an acceptable weight? How does the clipboard feel? The only way to really get to those answers is we have to iterate and prototype as fast as possible. So we have an amazing lab that's been built to explore these different questions we have physically, to be able to prototype and iterate as fast as possible. That's what it's about, is being super relentless about every detail. And the only way you can do that is if you continually iterate. I like to think of this, it's almost a concept car. And how I think about the laptop is, you can think of it as a traditional laptop. It really isn't though. This is really this is expanding the definition of what a laptop is. The cool thing about it is, this is the product that the design team wants to use. This is a 15-inch, creative workstation. Think of it as almost like a mobile studio. And so any designer, you could walk through the studio and you could see someone, with their headphones on, using in a traditional laptop mode. You could see them sketching. You could see them, walking to a meeting, using dial, whatever it may be. There's so much versatility in the creative process. And so this is really designed for that person, for that user. And that's how we think about it, is and the amazing thing is, as the design team has seen this come to fruition, they're the ones that want to use this product. They're the ones that are super excited for it. Even down to the team that's making some of our launch videos are running this as we speak. And that's actually the audience that we're looking for, is that creative individual that wants versatility to be able to use pen, touch, and it's like a creative workhorse.
On the go.
On the go,
Even.
absolutely.
That's
Yep.
fantastic. So obviously another key aspect to the entire Surface family is touch. And it's a
Yes.
differentiator for sure. Talk to me about the design of this device, in terms of being able to touch and use that screen.
The amazing part is holding basically a 15-inch, we think of it as like it's floating pixels.
Yeah.
Right, and the intent for the clipboard is we want this to feel like a piece of paper. So you can just tear away and go to a meeting and sketch, share, annotate. And there is something just fascinating about being able to detach that clipboard and hold it as it's essentially a floating sheet of pixels.
Now that we've shown you some of the coolest features of the Windows 10 Fall Creators Update, it's your turn.
Head over to Settings, then Update and Security, then click the Check for Updates button.
Want to see even more? Check out the Windows blog for the latest on the Fall Creators Update, as well as all things Windows 10.
And make sure to keep it right here each and every week for more. I'm Chaitanya.
I'm Kate.
And I'm Molly. Thanks for watching This Week on Windows.